What's going on, guys? Thomas Texas out here, and today I'm going to talk about a cool little feature in Second Life, which is the zoom in and zoom out feature of the camera or of the viewer. And I'm sure this would work in OS Grid and in Worlds, which are other virtual worlds similar to SL. So, which right now I'm in Second Life. So I'm going to get right to these features, and first I want to say that on some of the features, if you have a mesh or sculpts that tend to break up if you get too far away, this might not be all that good for pictures. If you get too far back or too far, if you get forward, it's fine. But if you get too far back, some of that mesh is going to break up, and you're not gonna. If you go take a picture using this technique, it's not going to come out all that great. But I'm just going to show you real quick how to do this. Don't look away from the camera, Tom. There we go. So let's say you want to work on making jewelry or anything really small, or even if you want cool profile pictures for later, or just pictures in general. You can see on my ears I have like a little bone and then a razor blade, and there's a cross, and then on my tail I have skulls and some guns. And let me turn off my AO real quick so I'll stop fidgeting. There we go. And you can see the skulls and the guns and the bullets and the spikes on my tail. And also I'm wearing a ring, if that'll show up. There we go. And there's a ring, but if you get too close, you notice the camera kind of collides with it. It kind of goes through it. And same back here, if you try and get too close, you end up going through the detail instead of seeing it. So real quick and cool way to zoom in to see that detail better is to hold Control on your keyboard and then hit the number 0. And you see that zooms in, and we can hit it a couple more times, and now we can zoom in and see that detail a lot better. See the detail of the skulls. You can even see the little ring and the clips and the bullets and the guns themselves. If you go in too close, so the camera still kind of collides with it, so we'll go ahead and hit Control and hit 0 some more to zoom in even more. Here we go. Now we can get really close to the detail. And let me see if I can get the ring. There's the ring. And whoops. Didn't mean to hit that. Grab it. There we go. Now we can get really close up on that ring and see that detail. And see the double ring in there. As well as the buttons in my pants. And see the buttons in my jacket. L and B. I didn't even know that was even, I didn't even know it had initials there before. And you can see how the background, you can tell that we've magnified things quite a bit from the way the background is moving behind us, and just its appearance in general. And then on the ears you can see the razor blade a little better, and the bone. It's kind of dark colored, dark textured, so it's kind of hard to see, but this is a pretty cool thing you can take pictures with. If you want to get really close up on something detailed that you want to have for reference later, you can do that too. But yeah, it's a great way to see detail. See the spikes go and the rings go all the way around the tail. And then to go back to the default, I'm going to pull it back here so you can really see it. Go back to the default camera zoom, or camera zoom. You hit Control and 9, and that resets it back to default. And see our camera. You can see how far our camera was away, or how far we were zoomed in to see all that detail. And you can, let's see, Control 0. You can just hold down 0, and you get way up on the detail. I think in sometimes you'll get to where you won't even like clip through it. Yeah, look at that. Look how close we can get through it, and the camera's not even going through it. that is really, really, really close. Let's see that ring real quick. You can just get right up on stuff that would normally kill your eyes trying to see. And it keeps passing by, but you can get right up on the detail, and it's not even clipping through it. Oop, and I've lost myself. There we go. Had to hit the arrow key to find myself again. There we go. And we're just ridiculously zoomed in. I mean, you can see in that background, it's just looks like it's miles away. And we're gonna go ahead and hit Ctrl 9, and you see how far the camera was away from us while we were so zoomed in. And now, if you want to something like this landscape here, I'll take a nice shot of the landscape, but it's too panoramic and you're not getting everything in there. You just hit Ctrl 8, and that actually zooms out the camera. And there's a bit of a distortion. You can see it on the building and on me, but on the land behind me you don't really see it all that much, but you get a great landscape all together in a small shot. And you can see how it's like a fishbowl. It's like a fishbowl type of effect going on. It's pretty cool. I mean, you can use this for really funny pictures too. And then stuff gets really crazy when you, let me get the camera down, and I'm going to hit Control and hold down 8 and just watch everything just streak just streak out. Ruins the background shot, but it makes your avatar look like really, really funny. You can see through my head. You can see the box that I think that's my hair. That's the root trim from my hair. But just then you play around with the camera angles, with the camera controls, and there's my shoes coming in. Just ridiculous camera angles, and there's the sun. Looks almost like a speed blur. Like if I wasn't there, that'd look pretty cool, like a speed blur. You could probably go like on a road, like a street somewhere, and do that. Make a cool shot. Maybe have a car in the front. But just so zoomed out, it's just ridiculous. It looks like I'm on top of the world. I just like, there's Earth, or the virtual Earth rather. Yeah, a lot of potential for funny, just crazy. Look like a midget, and just great potential for crazy photographs. And to go back, you just hit 9. And you can see how close we were on that camera angle. And they also work like if you're zooming in and you go too far and you want to back up, but you don't want to totally reset, all you got to do is hit Control 8 and you'll pull back. And then vice versa. If you're at 8 and you go too far back and you want to go forward, or you want to zoom in without resetting the camera all over again, you just hit Control and hit 0, and then you'll pull back. So I'm going to make you all sick real quick because I'm going to play around with these controls. And remember, Control 9 resets everything back to a normal view, to a normal camera. So that is my little tutorial on the Second Life zoom in, zoom out feature. I know a lot of people aren't aware that it's available, and it's perfect if you're a builder and you're making small, tiny stuff like jewelry, or you work with nano prims. That is something you definitely want to use, because you just won't be able to work very easily with nano prims without that zoom in feature, and it would definitely be a strain on your eyes. So I hope you all learned something here. Like, rate, subscribe for more content, for more tutorials and more skits. And until the next video, this is Thomas XSL saying take care. Not the face.